How you doing, everybody, and welcome to episode 1 of what hopefully will be many more episodes to come of highlighted videos from streams over on Twitch. That's right, your boy is back over on Twitch and having a lovely time. So this comes from the first stream where, I'll be honest with you, we didn't actually get a lot done in the game, but a good time was had by all. This is a highlighted version of it. I was toying with the idea of putting the full one up, but 3 hours is a long time. So we're just going to go with highlights for now. I might change that as time goes on. I'll be honest with you though, in this stream, not a lot happens, and there's a good reason for that, and that good reason is that about, I don't know, 20 minutes, half an hour in, we got raided by Zealand. Yeah, that Zealand, as in, like, 1,000 viewers a stream Zealand, that Zealand. My little mind broke. I lost all concept of what we were meant to be doing, and a good time was had by all. So hopefully you guys enjoy the highlights of that, and then hopefully in the next one we actually get some Football Manager going, because that would be delicious. But until then, enjoy. But here we are, Coventry City. Now, like I've already mentioned, we have managed Coventry City at Stubo FM before, FM22 I think it was. We got them out of the Championship in a season. It was a lot of effort, lots of tears were shed, lots of fun was had by all. But we never actually really got to see what they could do in the Premier League. It was tough, but we never got there. And I'm hoping that if FM24 transitions to FM25 the way that FM23 did to 24, if we don't get what we want to do at Coventry done this season, we'll hopefully get the chance to do it again in FM25 and carry the save over. I would really like to do that if we need to, but let's just get cracking, shall we? I'm very excited to be taking over. I mean, eyebrows have been raised because apparently I'm still 32 years old. I'd love that. That'd be great. But we're here. 3-star reputation. The media predict that we're going to finish 12th. In real life, I think Coventry are actually doing... I don't want to be the person who turns around and says the wrong thing, but I think they're doing much better than that. I'm just going to have a quick cheeky check of where they are. They're 7th in the Championship, so either that's really wrong or Coventry are really overperforming in real life. It's probably going to be that Coventry are really overperforming in real life. It's more than likely that. Let's be honest. It is more than likely going to be that. But yeah, I mean, I'm quite content just to see what happens. Now, first roll was Aston Villa. Slightly awkward. I'm an Aston Villa fan, so we're going to have to just deal with that. That is apparently the best 11. It's 5 at the back, which I'm getting a bit braver at. They used to hate anything that wasn't a 4 at the back. I'm getting braver with my 5 at the backs, and I'm getting braver with my inverted full-backs, inverted wing-backs, and the likes. So I'm quite content to give something different a go if something different appears to be. That was me just dropping my phone on the counter, by the way. I'm quite content to giving something a go if something different seems to be the right decision. I'm very content at doing that. So we'll get into it. I mean, Callum O'Hare, I just know is going to be a good player for us. As well, should be an important player for us. I am using the original mode, so any transfers that have been made in real life up until the transfer window now are going to be included. I don't have any kind of fancy databases that's got all the up-to-date transfers. If I've missed that, I've missed that. I'm not too sad about it. Right, supporter expectations are to get to the playoffs. I mean, they don't want much for the first season, do they? But to be honest, I want to get to the playoffs. So I'm alright with that, I think. Right, press conference is fine. Inter-squad friendly is fine, even though we're not going to manage it. And we're going to have these on every month. Let's just do that. We're here at the Coventry City Building Society Arena. What a catchy name. I know, I agree. But we're here, and let's see what we've got to work with. Well, I mean, it's not a very big squad, really, is it? Which is a bit of a concern, because it means there's not going to be a lot we can actually do with it to raise some funds. And fund-wise, to be fair, I didn't expect us to have any money at all. So £2.5 million is okay, but it is most of our money. So maybe we need to be a bit more on the frugal side with things. In terms of this, the hardcore fans are over 11%. The core fan base is 32%. So we've got a core fan base which is quite strong, rather than kind of like a casual fan base or a family and fair weather. So I'm quite happy with those dynamics. Not that matter much. However, the supporters will be really important. So we do need to be competitive against Leicester and try and get to the playoffs if we can. Hopefully we can. I'd quite like to. Right, let's have a quick look at the squad before we do anything. I want to get this squad set up as well as we can do. And fingers crossed we can make something of it. Fingers crossed. Right, in terms of players that we need in, I'm quite content with that as a first 11 for now. Callum O'Hare is kind of the one who would start in that position, and I think he would end up being the playmaker in this position. I say that, I'm just assuming he'd be a good playmaker. Let me just double check. Passing 14. Vision's not great, but his flair is decent. I mean, maybe playmaker is not the position for him. Maybe we'll keep him as that. But obviously he is injured, so at the moment, Ayari is going to play there. Now, in terms of positions that we need, right, we don't need goalkeeper. So Brad Collins comes out, and then one of Wilson or Moore goes in. I mean, who's younger? Because they're both really much the same. 30 years old, 33 years old. Ben Wilson can go there. Right. Right back. We've got another right back. His name is Josh Eccles. So I think right back might be the first position that we need. Right. So Binks can go down here. Centre back. I'd like to get rid of Kyle just because he is on the old side. But we've got him at the moment. And then other centre back. Bobby Thomas and Jake Bidwell. Bobby Thomas would be my first choice in there, just because he is on the younger side of them, 22 years old, and I think he has got potential as well, 4-star potential. So that's okay. Left back, I'm pretty sure I did see someone as well when I had a quick look at the squad. In fact, it was Jake Bidwell, funnily enough. So Jake Bidwell can go in there and do a very decent job. So defensively already, we need a right back, but I'm still quite impressed with that. Midfield, I did kind of just throw these two in, so don't take these as the definitive starting pair. Latibodiere, who I am going to get that name right. Currently on holiday, but he could come in and he could be a good ball-winning midfielder. In terms of the guy next to him, I mean, we've got a lot of the positions already, but once Jamie Allen is fit again, obviously with his real-life stuff, he could come in. We've also got Liam Kelly, who's 33 years old, but when he's fit, when he's available, Jamie Allen will be the one to come in. Jamie Allen would prefer to be a ball-winning midfielder in midfield. We can't always get what we want, Jamie. So you're going to have to probably just deal with that, unfortunately. I don't really have anyone who has a good way around there. But actually, Ben Sheaf comes in and makes that whole situation a lot better. So I'm quite comfortable with the midfield we've got at the moment. Wing-wise, I don't really know. Let's have a quick check. So who else have we got? Callum O'Hare obviously comes in and makes things a bit better. We've currently got Casey Palmer, which is fine. Ayari, we know who's going to be playing now instead of him usually. It's going to be Callum O'Hare, but at the moment it's not. So, do we have any other options? Not really. So, maybe we bring someone in as an emergency one, perhaps. We take Wright out, and let's have a look at who we've got to cover. I think it's just Tavares, who, to be fair, in that position is 2.5 star. But again, I'd probably like to move him on, if I'm honest. I don't really think he's anywhere near good enough. I mean, League One player, doesn't like big matches, isn't consistent, he's declining. Sorry, no, he's declining. He's potential to be a decent player in the future. Well, we don't need. Thank you for the follow, D-Maver, by the way. I didn't see that at all because, again, I am kind of starting from scratch on this. So, much appreciated. Can I replay the thing? I can replay the thing. Right, Tavares comes in. I'd like to upgrade him, if I'm honest with you. And then striker. I mean, Asari can play as a striker, just not in that particular role. We have got Matt Godden at the moment. Maybe striker is a position we need to get. So actually, yeah, that is a position we need to do. So actually, maybe Langstaff could be the guy. You're absolutely right, though. Right backs can be quite difficult. George Never, I mean, sure, I'm happy to look at non-league. Let's have a look at Georgie. Where's he? He's at Rochdale. I mean, I've got to be honest with you, maybe. It's not looking promising for him. But I will scout him. We'll have a look at him. We'll see what he looks like. Right. Overall, I am pretty content with what we've got to work with to begin with. So, realistically, in an ideal world, this is what we're looking for. That kind of setup there with those kind of players. Now, what I will say is Palmer, I would like to upgrade him if at all possible. But if we can't, we need to keep him as a backup. I will keep him as a backup. That won't be an issue. So, realistically, we've got 3 positions there. We should be able to do something with that. I'm quite content with that. Now, tactically, what are we going to do? Well, we'll go a bit narrower. I'm going to leave this as it is at the moment. We're going to keep passing into space. We'll play for set pieces. Having said that, holy balls, holy balls. This is my first stream in such a ridiculous amount of time. And not only do I get Zealand, of all of the people, raiding me, but I get the lovely messages of what I believe is called something along the lines of copy pasta, I think. Well, how the devil are you all? And thank you very much for the follows that I am nowhere near capable of keeping up with. I mean, I could try. It's not going to work. So, what the balls? I mean, I've just got to say, one shout out. Zealand's followed me. That's a life tick. Hello there. That's a life tick right there. Goodness me. So I'm just going to go through this again because I'm recording this on Twitch and I've just had Zealand of all people raid me. So I've been dealing with that. We have got, I think, a really good starting squad. I mean, if we look at the overall kind of makeup of the squad, if you look at the star ratings, I know they're not necessarily all the be-all and end-all, but we've got a lot of players at 3-star or above. We've got a healthy amount of players who are above 3-star, and a few of them are young players with good potential who could grow. If we have a good season, I will be really, really happy with that. I think we've also got a little bit of wiggle room in players as well. I don't think we'll get a lot of value in, but there are some I want to move on. We don't need 3-star goalkeepers. We just don't. So, do we move on Simon Moore or do we move on Ben Wilson? I want to start with Brad Collins, but I'm thinking Ben Wilson's got a bit more value. So maybe we move him on? Maybe? I just got a subscriber, by the way. I haven't had a subscriber in 2 years. Entire squid. You legends. You absolute legends. Keeping that in your YouTube video. Oh, Christ. What have I got myself into? Comet Vedzian, I think we need to get rid of him at 36. I think Liam Kelly's probably on his way out the door. Matt Godden, maybe we'll hang on to it, maybe we won't. But positions we definitely need to strengthen. Right back. One of the wing positions, probably right wing. Striker. We need some options. We need some options. Hector Fort at Barcelona B is a good option. I might have a quick look at that. I mean, he's not showing up as anything at the moment, but we will give him a quick scout. And we'll see what he comes up with. Thank you for that suggestion. I will look at suggestions. If I don't take one, apologies. I don't want to just be completely reliant on everyone else. I want to do things off my own back as well, if that makes sense. But that is what we're looking at in terms of a tactic at the moment. It might evolve at the like as time goes on. At the moment, there's no playmaker in there. You don't need a playmaker, but we'll see. We'll see what we go with. But at the moment, that's what it's looking like. The bench, by the way, is going to be the strongest 11. So, I mean, if we just kind of restore people back. One thing I will say is, again, don't know if anyone saw, Callum O'Hare's obviously got that injury, so he won't be starting to begin with, but he will be one of our main starters. Let's just move these guys around. Jamie Allen as well is out for the first part of the season. He had a heart condition at the beginning of the year, and I think he has started playing football again, but I could be wrong on that. Right, let's rotate those around. So that at the moment, I think, is our strongest 11. That is the one. And oh my god, there's just subs going everywhere. Guys, you guys are lovely. You guys are genuinely lovely. D-line playmaker is excellent on this game. If you get the right person for it. I just don't think we've got the players for it. That's the issue. But then we could solve that by, you know, signing someone. So maybe we look at the central midfield position. And we look at who we need and who we don't need. So, in terms of ability, Ben Sheaf has got to stay. 100%. Uike is going to be a winger. Sorry, a wing back. So, we're not going to worry about him. Josh Eccles will probably end up keeping. Jamie Allen will end up keeping. Let me put defensive midfield on just to double check it with the other options. Ben Sheaf, I think we have to keep as well. Did I already look at Ben Sheaf? I think I already looked at Ben Sheaf. Yeah, I did. It just reset it. So Ben Sheaf, Josh Eccles, Latabudier, I think will be a decent option. And again, these guys have all got some potential. Jake Bidwell is more of a left back more than anything. And then Jamie Allen is there. So they're the four. Can't really do a lot about them if I'm honest, which is a bit of a shame because I'd like to move someone on. It's a difficult one because I think we could... Who's the more valuable? Because they're all a much of a muchness because they're all very similar style of players. So I'm thinking who's the more valuable maybe? Who's been here the longest? Eccles and Sheaf I think have been here the longest. So we could get more value out of them. But again, I don't really want to get rid of anyone who's decent. So maybe we just stick with what we've got. I mean, Ayari, how are you as a playmaker? Your passing's 13, your vision's 12, your flair's 12. But then you can... I thought you could play as a striker if you can't play as a striker at all. Not really. Alright, cool. Well, we'll go with needing a striker. I'll also sort that nonsense out because that looks atrocious. Let's have a quick look at the development centre. I've not had a look at this yet. I mean, if he's the best we've got, that's not a great sign. Yikes. I mean, we've got Elliot Betyaman. I'm pronouncing it as that, and if it's not that, I'm sorry. But we've got him in the under-21s and the under-18. Yikes. That's not good. That's not good at all. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. And these are the two players we've got out on loan, so it's not like we've even got that much quality out on loan. So that's not spectacular. Another sub. Seismic. Squid. Guys, thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Just thought I was going to have a nice quiet night in. A little bit of a stream. Not going to bother anyone. No one's going to know I exist. Zealand. So, the plan is, we're going to go through pre-season, obviously. We're going to try and make some transfers. We're going to try and get the squad in better shape if we can. But actually, other than filling in a couple of gaps, I'm quite happy with what we've got. So, let's see what we can do. Let's see who we can bring in. And let's hopefully have a lovely, lovely time. That's the plan. So again, just to confirm, it's nothing you wouldn't expect in terms of what the club wants us to do. It's a little bit at odds with what the fans want us to do, just in terms of how ambitious they're being. So we'll go next. Top half finish, third round minimum of the FA Cup for a first round minimum of the Carabao Cup, and we'll just accept everything. And again, 2.5 million. So we're on the upper end of things, and we've got a bit of wage budget to play with. So that's okay. Coventry players in the last year of contract, Callum O'Hare. When he is fit, he will be superb for us. But I'm a little bit worried. Matty, I am drinking, I promise you. I'm a little bit worried that he's in the final year of his contract. I would want to put an offer in for him now, but I don't want to blow all of our money because he's going to want to do anything. I'm not intending to change club, Squid, if I'm honest with you. I'm not intending to. But I'm not going to close the door completely because I've just started this save for funsies. So who knows what we'll do. I'd like to get Coventry back to the Premier League and win something with them before we do that. But I would consider it. And I'm using the word consider very, very deliberately there. I would consider it. Right. So, let's actually go a day. Yay! We've actually progressed a day. I can't believe it's taken me that long to do that. Do I have the ability to load any of my schedules? Custom schedules, import. I didn't save them. Oh, that's so annoying. That's so annoying. I forgot to save them from my Villa save. Okay. Okay. That's really annoyed me. I don't think I've got my FM23 schedules on here either, which is going to be even more annoying. I like to do my own training. I don't like to leave it to the assistant manager because the assistant manager usually makes me want to... Oh, yeah, I got rid of it. Oh, that's so annoying. Stu! 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 I'm so annoyed at that. Haha. Let's see what they have to say for themselves. Time to introduce ourselves. So, want to take the opportunity. Welcome. Thank you, Liam. Probably not going to be with us for much longer, but you're welcome. Championship aims. We want to finish in the top half. Ah, look at them. They're delighted with that. Man management just absolutely just... Yeah. Right. Exactly what I want to do. FA Cup. I think we want to be good accounts of ourselves. Yeah. Pump the fists. Perfect. Code of conduct. Fine. Pump the fists. And we'll go with that. And I think we've got them all on side. On Scythe? On Scythe. Oh my word, my words today are awful. Look at all of their happy smiling faces. Look at them. Oh. Man management extraordinaire. I'm like the next Terry Venables. Said no one. Callum O'Hare again out for up to 4 months. He's already been out for 6 months with a cruciate injury. So that's not ideal. I just realised we probably should put some players up for sale if we want to make some more money. So looking at the players who we've left out of the starting 11 and the bench, these are the players who I'm considering moving on. Matt Godden's one that I am just thinking, because he's 31, his natural fitness and his stamina are what they are. I don't think he's got that much longer. And he's a poacher, and I don't like that. And he's a bit slow, and he's not that tall. And he's injury prone. He doesn't like big matches. Yeah, the more I'm talking about it, the more it's going to happen. Right. Offer via transfer room. He's worth up to 2.8 million. And we're going to put him up for 2.1, the low end, just to see if we get any offers in. I mean, apparently he's not going to react well to being offered out, but, well, them's the breaks, kid. Liam Kelly, again, we're pretty good in centre mid. I don't feel like we need him. Apparently he's just signed a new contract with Coventry. I'll still try. See it. 7k a week for Matt Godden is pretty outrageous at this level. To be fair, had you right, £20,000 a week. So he's on big boy wages. Callum O'Hare's only on 8,000. He's like the Coventry golden boy. Right, Fabio Tavares, I think we move on as well. If we can get some decent value for him, I would be happy. He would be worth... I mean, that's a range. Let's go for 200,000 and just hope for the best. And again, I'm just thinking, let's get him off the books. But if we can't, it's fine. It's absolutely fine at that point. Right. General question for everyone watching. Who'd you get rid of? Ben Wilson, because I want to get rid of one of them. Wilson or Moore? I mean, looking at this, I'm thinking Simon Moore is the one to keep. However, he's not as quick as Ben Wilson. Ben Wilson is younger by 3 years. But, hear me out on this. Up to 2.7 million for Ben Wilson if we sell him. Not that we would get necessarily that. We might only get 1 million. But I'm thinking value-wise, we get rid of him. It's only 2 years difference between him and Simon. And this is for the backup goalkeeper slot. So I'm thinking we let him go. Also, I mean, wage-wise is barely any kind of difference. Yeah, Seismic, I'm thinking the same. I'm thinking we let Ben Wilson go out of these two. Yeah, that's convinced me. Ben Wilson is open to going as well, which is even better. I'll put him up at 2.5. And we'll just see what happens. Let's just see what we can raise. And yeah, Simon could do another 2 years or so as backup. Sell them both and buy Brian Mayer. I mean, maybe. Come on, man. Like, come on. Like, I'm happy with Brad. Brad will be fine. He's 3.5 potential ability. Like, he is a decent championship goalkeeper. Good in big matches. He's consistent. He's got everything I would like in him. He's 6'3", so he's not a midget. Like, formerly of Chelsea, by the way. That's a bonus, surely. Ben Stay's price just goes down because he isn't playing. Yeah, he's most valuable now if he's not going to be a first choice starter for us. So, I completely agree with that. Completely agree. Brian Mayer is an amazing keeper playing in Ireland. He's very cheap. Right, okay. If I can spell, that'd be even better. Does he come up on here? Brian Mayer, this guy for Derry City. Right. 6'1". It's a bit on the short side for me, but do you know what? I'll give him a chance. He's got under 21 caps for Ireland. Let's just see what he comes up as. Right, financial fair play regulations. Okay, sure. I'm sure that'll be fine. Let's meet the press, shall we? Let's see what they say. How do you feel to say as Coventry manager? It's an honour, sure. Yeah. Considering you're an Aston Villa fan, it seems a little strange that you have to take... Alright, Chris. Don't need the deep cuts here. Goodness me. Chris is here with the proper hard-hitting journalism for TalkSport. He needs to calm himself down. Goodness me. I'm going to say this one. I don't think hospitality support matters at all. Go with that one. Why'd you take this job? Great opportunity. Chris has shook me, quite frankly. Enviable task for you to follow in the footsteps of a legend like Mark Robbins. I mean, that is for others to judge. Let's just keep neutral there. Are you happy with the squad you've inherited? I mean, yeah, I am actually. I am delighted with them. It's a lot better of a quality of squad than I thought it would be, if I'm honest. We'll say that one. I'm keen to earn their trust. Everyone has a vision these days about how we can take them. Yeah, I mean, we'll take them, fine. What's your approach to training grounds? Balance, definitely. Ellie Sims is going to be a really, really good player for us, I think. Is Liam Kelly going to be kept as captain? He may be captain for another club, but probably not ours. So I'll say I haven't made a decision yet. We do need to have a look at the captaincy, to be fair. Let's have a sneaky look in here and just see who would be a good option. So Liam Kelly is the best option. Sims at 22, apparently, is the next best one. But probably the best combination would be someone like Jamie Allen. Oh yeah, McFade's in. I want to get rid of him. I forgot about him. Oh, he's the vice captain. This is going to cause absolute ruptions, isn't it? It's like rolling a grenade into the training pitch and just see what happens. I can't wait. Right, if we can get some offers in, I'd really like it. Responsibilities. I'll delegate that for now. And then by the end of it, if we come to a friendly, we'll play the friendly and see what the team looks like playing. Because again, 11's kind of my cut-off for tonight. Because it probably stretch to half 11 if I need to. Right, let me just go to right back. And let's actually set up a focus for right back. I would quite like someone who's minimum 3-star. I don't mind them only being 3-star. I don't really want to sign any old men, so we'll set a thing of 30 as the absolute maximum. But of course we don't have that many scouts, so this could take a while. I don't really care what role it is. Let's just go for that. Winger, we need a winger. Again, I'd like them to be 3-star. I'll keep it at that. We'll go with 30 again. We'll do that. And in fact, I just thought we better change that because I've just thought that's going to be set up as actual winger. I don't really care what the role is. And then it was striker, I think, that we needed. Don't mind this one not being quite as good, but minimum potential one to be 3-star. And we'll go with 30 again. And again, I don't really care what position they play. Ideally not a target forward. Let's do a cheeky request of a loan and just see what comes up. I mean, not really. That. I mean, your finishing looks good. Okay, sure. We'll scout him. We'll see what he looks like. Let's have a quick look at right back. See what we've got for loan. Another Spurs player, a Rangers player, and Kyle John I recognise the name of. Everton. 2-star, 3-star is not going to be good enough. Jude is really good. Jude Sunset Bell. Is he? Okay, I'll tell you what, we'll give him a cheeky scout then. We'll give him a cheeky scout. Right, right wing is the other one that we needed to look at. Let's have a look. We've got Celtic B, Aberdeen, and Magdeburg with Xavier. Kind of want Xavier just for the name. Capped at under 20 level. Duncan. Capped at under 21 level. But, I mean, how good is he going to be, really? And he's going to be dross as well. Right, let me do free transfer. I can't remember who's free at the beginning of the game. Will we get anyone? I mean, I don't think we're going to get Nikola Kalinic. I don't think that's going to happen. Do you know what? For fun, come on then. Come on aboard. And who are you? Roland. Uruguayan. I mean, formerly has played for Malaga and Bordeaux many years ago. 30 years old. I mean, I'll offer you a trial. Sure. When I did my commentary show back in FM22, I did, believe it or not, sign Carlos Tevez. He was awful, but I still signed him. Right, free transfer, right back. Who we got? Well, who are you? You I recognise. Why do I recognise you? Who did you play for? Napoli, Fiorentina, Saint-Etienne, Lille, Monaco for 3 games. I remember you. I remember you very, very well. Sure. Do you know what? Come aboard. Pff, yeah, why not? Andre Almeida, how good are you? Formerly of Ben... Look at how many games he played for Benfica, this guy. Played 15 times for them in... He hasn't played for a year. We'll gloss over that because I think class is permanent. Don't really care whether these guys are that good because I really just want some... Yeah. You look like a manager. You look older than Unai Emery. Like, he looks older than Unai Emery. It's a no from me. Right, well, let's just carry on. I mean, he looks old, genuinely, like... Goodness me. Okay, I didn't expect these guys to actually agree to trials, but alright, cool. Let's see how good you are compared to the rest of the squad. Let's see how good they are. Right. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, if these guys actually... You know him is a ravishing delight. I have not heard him referred to in such terms. But yes. Yes, he is. Very, very much so. I've been recording for a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I am genuinely surprised we got those guys on trial. I genuinely thought they would turn us down. Okay, cool. So first bit of transfer news, trials are plenty. Whether they'll be any good or not is a complete other matter. Still no permanent signings, but we have loan players. Andre Ayew is here, as is Lewis Graben. Now, I'm not necessarily thinking these are going to blow everything out of the water. However, I'm quite happy with both of them as players. Graben, if he's only 3-star, 35 years old, he's got a decent amount of natural fitness. He could do a job for us this season as a backup striker. I would be comfortable with having him as a backup. Ayew, who can play as the wing and as a striker, goodness me. I mean, his natural fitness is 15. The pace isn't necessarily there, but I actually think he could still do a job for us. I mean, there's a good old-fashioned round deuter, apparently. I would be tempted to throw some money his way. It just depends on the wages. That's going to be the problem with both of them. That means, in terms of trialists, who have we got? Well, Malkiut, we know, is already here. Almeida is already here. Kalinic, I completely forgot he's here as well. But I think those two kind of blow him out of the water, if I'm honest. I mean, let's put some of these guys back in here. So, oh, Roland as well. I forgot about Roland. We've got Roland. My guy, Roland, who's quick and everything. 25 caps and 4 goals for Uruguay. Why am I not focusing more on Roland? I've just completely ignored his existence. I kind of feel a bit bad about that, to be honest with you. Well, Lewis Graben might not be coming to the club because we've already got a better option here, apparently. Right. Let's pop you there. Let's... No, because you're a winger. I haven't got another attacking midfielder. An attacking midfielder is probably something that we need right now. So that's probably the next thing we look for in the old signing the old men side of things. Let's put all of these guys on there. Tavares is hopefully on his way out. Oh no, he turned down transfer, didn't he? That was really annoying. Well, let me put him back up for transfer. 100k. See if someone comes in for him. Probably Huesca again. Potentially. I'm aware of loans. I'm getting there with loans. I'm getting there. I tell you what, I looked at... I don't really like doing this, but I'm going to do it. Let me clear that. And let's just look at who's interested in a loan. And let's just see. Tom Heaton apparently is interested in a loan. I'm not in the market, however, for a keeper. Andres Weimann. I mean, as a Villa fan with this guy, I've got a soft spot for him. I just don't think he's going to be good enough, quite frankly. Don't think he's going to be good enough. Dele Alli. I mean, if he wasn't out for that long, can you imagine that? Can you imagine? That would be insane. Moussa Sissoko. Is he the one who played for Spurs? He is the one who played for Spurs. I don't need a midfielder. Don't need a midfielder. Maybe you were on about Romdane, weren't you? Let me have a look at him. Let's make sure I get his name right. Let's have a look. Okay. Plays in Ferencváros. Well, that's the club he plays for. He's Tunisian. He's got Tunisian caps. I mean, he's an international. I'll give him a scout. See what it looks like. I mean, Tyler Roberts I would have considered, but I don't want to go anywhere near a Birmingham City player. Oscar Bob. Did someone mention Oscar Bob earlier? Check if you can get Facundo Torres. I might have a look at Facundo Torres actually. Let's do that. Facundo Torres at Orlando City. Out of our price range completely. I'll save him. I'll put him on the shortlist. Pop him on the shortlist because he could become a player that we look at in the future, but way out of our league at the moment. Way out of it. I mean, Palestri would just rip the Championship apart. It would be great to get someone of his level. Joe Gelhardt looks a lot better than I thought he would actually. So I'm going to put in an offer for Joe. Too expensive. Too expensive. We need some free loans. We need some free loans. And so far, no free. Kevin Nisbet. Poacher. I don't really like a poacher. However, it's not the quickest. Fermin from Barca. I'm gonna guess it's this guy. I mean, he's 20 years old. 20 years old. He's not on the loan list. That is doable. That is doable. Right, we're scouting him. We're scouting him. We're pumping a good chunk of that over here. Oh my word. Yeah. Yeah, we're doing that. Fermin would be incredible if he's as good as we hope he will be. Right, we batter Leamington, 8-2. De Silva, Ayari, Hadji Wright with a couple, Hadji Wright with a hat-trick, Hadji Wright with 4, Ben Sheaf, Roland gets a goal as well, which is lovely to see. How big a squad do you like to have with English match congestion? That's a really good question. I like to have a minimum of 2 full 11s from the squad, which I know probably doesn't sound that revolutionary. And then I ideally like to have one defender who can cover, on top of this, on top of the 2 11s, one defender who can cover the entire back line, one backup defensive midfielder, one backup attacking midfielder who can cover the wings, and then maybe another striker, but obviously those players need to be people who are willing to not play that much. By the way, I've just realised, Owen SWFC01, apologies, I completely missed your follow. I just should really have the headset in so I can hear these come through. But thank you very much for the follow. You are a gent. You are a gem. So yeah, probably 24, 25, man. Ideally, but I can deal with 22. I can deal with 22. Fermin would be great, though. Like, I'd be really happy with Fermin if he appears. Is Lewis Graben? I'm sorry. Is Lewis Graben? Oh, I didn't include him in the training camp squad. Well, that's easily rectifiable. That's very easily rectifiable. Right. Is it? Can I add? Don't tell me I can't add. Oh, I can. That's okay. Right, add you, add you. Oh, I nearly panicked then. I nearly panicked then. That would not have been good. Right, let's get... I didn't even need to worry. I didn't even need to worry. Right, I think we're going to play Partick Thistle. I know it's a friendly, but I think we're going to play Partick Thistle because this stream has gone on way too long without making anywhere near as much progression. Oh my god, Micah Hamilton, get out of here. Not interested in your nonsense at all. Right, match. Let's play a game. Why the devil not? Against Partick Thistle as well, so that might be a bit of a challenge maybe. Nice for Tavares. Director of Football. Did we bring a Director of Football in? I thought we did. Director of Football. No, we didn't. I can sign Les Ferdinand as Director of Football. I can sign Olivia Bierhoff. I mean, I don't even care if they're not even the best people for the jobs. They're got to be the two best candidates just on name. Joe Jordan, formerly Harry Redknapp's right-hand man. New gen, new gen, new gen, new gen. Not old gen. I think we've got to go for Les Ferdinand. Right. We've got players who are missing. Of course, one of them is the right back that we want to use as a superstar, which is great. Absolutely fantastic. We'll have to put Tavares in, and you are just going to have to miss out. Cool. Right. Let's have a look at fitness and just rotate things around a little bit. Where's all my midfielders? Oh, they're both out of action. That's why they're not there. Right. Almeida can play in the middle then, just because. Apparently, he's a really good midfielder. Kelly, he can have a game, even though I want to get rid of him. De Silva can come out for Bidwell. You look like you're tiring. I don't really want to play McFadzean. We'll play Thomas. Who else is tiring? Ayari's tiring, so... Roland can play as a midfielder, an attacking midfielder at that. What? Let's have him as an attacking midfielder on attack then. Let's play him as a striker, because sure. Why wouldn't we? And the right can come off for... We'll give Palmer a game. We'll give Palmer a game, sure. Seems like a reasonable thing to do. I just don't get on with Segundo Volante. I mean, I might be experimental enough to give it a go at some point. What are you good at? You're actually good at this, so you might end up getting signed, son. Son, 32 years old. He's 1 year younger than I am. Probably the same age as me, in fact, now. Right. Submit team. Let's have some fun. It really fits tactically run at defense. It does. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I just don't get on with it for whatever reason. I've tried it and I don't know what it is about it. I just don't get on with it. And I didn't get on with 3 at the back formations for a long time. And although I'm not using one in this save, I am a little bit more confident with those now if I need to. I'm going to need to change my settings on here because it's going to not be right. Yeah, that's awful. Right. We'll go on key highlights. Let's go on sideline. Right. I appreciate that the way that I set this up might not be for everyone, but we're going with it. That's what I like to go with. We'll make sure the speed is bearable. Right. There we go. That'll do. Let's watch some football, shall we? We're actually playing some football in Football Manager. What's going on? Right, let's see whether we can actually get a decent result here against Partick Thistle, who, to be fair with Partick Thistle, I don't know how we should stack up against them, to be honest. I mean, pre-season wise so far, we've done all right, but I don't know how we would be expected to do against them, especially in pre-season. I don't really know. Oh, I thought that was going to go badly there. Right, well, it's not so great. They have the first shot. Where are Partick Thistle? Let's just have a quick... So they're in the Scottish Championship. I'd like to think we would be good enough to challenge them, if not beat them. Because, in the nicest possible way, the Scottish leagues are not as competitive as the English leagues. I would like to think we've got enough about us. I mean, we've already started to overpower them a bit. Match momentum-wise, we're looking better than them. Thank you. I kind of forgotten about hydrating. Let me finish off my can of Fanta. Oh, do love a good fruit twist. We've seen nothing in this game so far, by the way. Nothing at all. A bit disappointing. Right, Palmer. If you'd have called that in then, I'd have had to keep him. Posture check. Alright, guys. I'm not doing 2 posture checks. You can get nutted. I'm not doing that. Goodness me. Right. Half time. 0-0. I don't know. Is that fair? Maybe. We've rotated the team quite a bit. Now you're just taking the mick. I'm going to say that we're not playing well so far because I'm actually quite disappointed in that. You two in particular, not good enough. Liam Kelly, not good enough. Stubo FM as manager, probably not good enough. We did dominate a little bit though, so there's a little bit of me that thinks, do we go attacking? Maybe we go a bit attacking, just try and force the issue a bit. No. Do you know what? I'm going to leave it. What I am going to do though is put Roland up front. You can go out wide. Casey Palmer can go in a better position, actually. I didn't realise he was that good there, to be honest. IU can... What do you prefer to do, IU? Other side is an inside forward on attack. You can apparently play on this side. What do you like to do over on this side? Let's have you as an inverted winger. You like to be inside forward on attack. Okay, let's give that a go. Let's just move things around a little bit. I see. Roland I thought was a good striker, but he's a better attacking midfielder and winger. I've just noticed how bad some of the Roland's areas are. So actually, we're going to bring on Lewis Graben. Because why not? Why on earth not? Advance forward, Lewis Graben. Truscan Volante, as you're asking nicely. He's not the guy for it, but I'm going to put a Segundo Volante on. Liam Kelly do it? Not really. Take Liam Kelly off, he's not having a good game. Ben Sheaf, can't really do it. Eccles, can't really do it. This is the problem, we don't really have the personnel for it. But I will try it. I'll try it with Ben Sheaf as one of our better midfielders. And we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, it does the job. Right. Second half. You two. Go and win us some football, please. Right. Second half, here we go. Let's see if we can do something. Right. Andre Ayew. Out wide Sakamoto. I thought it was going to be a worldie of a pass then. Tell us when we go too far with our wishes. No such thing. I will always welcome suggestion. I just might not listen to it. But I will always welcome suggestion. Right. Malquit. Malquit? Malquit? Sure. Yeah. Oh, that's poor. Ben. Ben. Can't be doing that, Ben. We need to be putting that in the back of the net. Right, Thomas. Building from the back to Almeida. Into Palmer. Palmer now. Trying to run through. Ayew's there to pick up the pieces, though. And Andre Ayew puts it wide as well. Ah. Ah. This is so annoying because we're clearly better than them. Right. Shoot less often because you've annoyed me. And you've annoyed me as well. Shoot less often. I need to put some more player instructions on. Couldn't think of the word instructions then. My experience is anyone that says deep line playmaker is their top role is better as Volante unless they're just a pure playmaker. I get what you mean because the idea of a Segundo Volante, they're a bit more of a ball carrier than just a playmaker. So I get exactly what you mean. I've tried it, but I don't think I've tried it with the right player. And also, I think it's offside. No, it's not offside. Oh, okay. Well, that's very disappointing. First game that we've actually played. It's very disappointing. Right, we're going to go attacking. I'm also actually going to take off play out of defence. Also, our tempo is very, very high. I forgot to change it down actually when I was doing the tactics. I didn't want it to be quite as high. In fact, there's a few things I did not mess with here at all. Right, let's push those, change those. Let's go back and see what we can do. Completely didn't even register what my tactics were. But that doesn't affect us putting the ball in the back of the net because, you know, we've had the opportunities and we're just not taking them. Right, Casey Palmer's coming off. Ayari's coming on. I know he's tired, but he's going to have to come on. Ayu's not had a good one. Haji Wright's going to come on. We'll swap him and Sakamoto around. I'm tempted to bring Sims on for Graham, but I'm not going to be that harsh. Ben Sheaffer's not had a good game since coming on. Almeida's going to come off for Eccles. And I'll leave it at that. A good D-line playmaker on support can do a lot, to be fair. Same with an advanced playmaker on support. Both of them play very similarly to me. And to be fair, those players are not bad. They're not bad at all. They do good, solid jobs if you've got the right players in. My Aston Villa 7 used Archie Gray from Leeds, who's a wonder kid, an English wonder kid. I used him as a D-line playmaker and at times an advanced playmaker, both on support. Oh my word. He is a player. If you haven't used him at a club that can afford him, I recommend you sign him. He genuinely, he forced Yuri Tillemans out of the Aston Villa team. He forced him out. He was that good. He literally forced him out of my squad. He was just outplaying Tillemans all of the time. I thought we'd won a penalty then. I thought we'd won a penalty. We're going to lose our first, I know it's only a friendly, but we're going to lose our first game. Archie Gray. At Leeds United, he's like 16 or 17 at the start of the game, and I'll show you him when it comes up actually, but as a wonder kid, utterly sensational. Our shooting has been all over the place in this game, by the way. 17 shots, only 4 on target. Our XG means we should have utterly battered them. We should be pretty disappointed with our forward play there, but we didn't use our #1 striker. That probably says everything about the depth in that position. Archie Gray. So this is him. Obviously, you don't get the whole picture here of what he's like. I didn't even consider Archie Gray, actually, because he was like... I signed him either in the 1st January or the beginning of Season 2. I can't remember. See, 17 years old. They don't want to let him go out on loan because he's got first team commitments. That says everything about him. That says how highly they rate him. And that was that. We didn't really get a lot done, as I said before, but we did have a lovely time. We got some trialists in and we played a few friendlies. We only played one on camera and annoyingly that's the one that we lost. But still, we had a lovely time. Everyone who came over from Zealand was absolutely lovely. So we will be doing this again. We'll try and do it at least once a week, if not twice a week. And yeah, we'll try and keep up with the content on the channel as well, as of which at the moment we are recording our Chasing Glory save. So if you haven't already checked that out, I'll try and remember to put something up there. But if I forget, go and have a look in the channel. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to leave a like on the video for me. And don't forget to subscribe. It is completely free to do so. And you'll make me really happy. I've been Stu. You guys have been awesome. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.